Okay, let's have some real fun, okay? Now, just as sure as the sun rises in the east, I knew that after I reviewed the Nikkor 105mm f1.4, that the cockroaches on the lens and camera boards would have a hissy fit. And of course, as usual, I was 100% correct. Let's see if we can feel the burn on this one, okay? And by the way, a motto that I created is that nothing true is popular and nothing popular is true. And the other motto that I created is that to insult a fool is the praise of wisdom. Let's actually take some quotes from a few people. There'll only be a few. And by the way, I made a really logical, well-reasoned review about the new Nikkor 105mm f1.4. I posted straight out of camera samples, except for these, which are black and white conversions. All the images posted were 100% untouched, unedited, straight out of camera. The lens sucks. Now, photography obviously is an art form. Like I recently talked about donut bokeh out of a mirror lens. You know, some people don't like that. A lot of people love it. You know, we are talking about an art form here, okay? You see, the way it works is that I don't make any money off of any lens you do or do not buy. This lens, well, actually a lot of people pointed me out to this recently, which of course has always been the case, is that on places that sell this lens up in New York City, and by the top 10 YouTube photography channels that thought this lens was incredible, including some guy down in the southern part of the world. I don't know. Who would that be? Or some guy, you know, some other guy that sniffs gear. They actually thought that this lens was awesome. I might remind you that such people have a hot link in the base of their video for the purchase of which you can buy that lens and they get a kickback that falls into their pocket. Might I remind the cockroaches on the bulletin boards, the boards for camera and lens reviews, and you can find this link, by the way. This is on the largest photography board on the internet, and where they talk about Nikon SLR lenses. And all of these people, all they do is piss and moan, and they have no facts, they have no proof, they have no evidence, and they state lies, nonsense, and BS. I made a logical list of the reasons why this lens is horrible, and even if it were $800, it would be a joke lens that I would never even consider. Now, I have more Nikon lenses, even people that hate me will admit that fact. I have more Nikon lenses than all of these people posting on this one link bitching about me combined. More Nikon lenses than all of them combined. But they think they know more than me. The guy that's actually been fixing them and reviews them for ages. Yeah, sure they know more than me. Okay, now photography is an art form. Now if somebody loves this lens, that's perfectly acceptable. It's like, why did you buy this lens? Well, I just like it, you know. I have a certain sort of art style, I shoot a certain way, and this just is what I like. Perfectly valid. Totally 100% valid, you know. The same thing with donut bokeh off of a mirror lens. Someone's like, I hate it, another person, I absolutely love it. All valid. I talked about the swirly bokeh. I talked about the cat's eye bokeh. Now, it is really bad swirly bokeh. It's got a magenta shift. It does render flat. Let me give you a quote from some of these people on this link who had a hissy fit. They're like, oh my god, the guy just got done reviewing the 105 f1.4 Nikkor. And let me prove to you why they're lying cockroaches and scumbags. Because they have no proof of anything they say, and some of the things that they say are absolute, flat-out, disgusting, perverse lies. Okay? I posted straight out of camera pictures. Okay? And by the way, let's state off the first one, which is the most obvious, and I talk about this often. The angry photographer, he doesn't hold much credence around here. Well, that is a good thing, because I never want credence from a pile of cockroaches. I made a video that I thought was really funny about a crazy guy sitting there naked, yelling at his computer screen. He'd play like 10 seconds of my video, then stop it, and then like cuss and cuss and cuss. And he's sitting there naked, yelling at his computer screen, which is a video of me playing. You see, that's somebody that I can actually entertain and love the fact that this person hates me. I would never want credence with your type of people, not the people watching this video, meaning on this bulletin board, or like a crazy naked person smoking a pipe, cursing at his for 2.5 hours, I might add. You see, I never want credence from this board or its members. Now, there are a few intelligent people that are a member of this board, but I don't want any credence from people like that. Okay? One of the worst things that I could imagine, and I know I've had a nightmare about this, is that I had a nightmare about a group of people that everybody admitted were fools, and all these fools loved me. They went around town talking, praising me, saying how great I was. That was actually one of the few nightmares of my life, totally honest and true, that I can remember scared the crap out of me. I care about wisdom, logic, facts, and evidences, of which these people have not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. I made a statement about this lens, went boom, boom, boom. I said, here's the proof, here's the proof, here's the proof. These people have nothing. They have jack crap. Nothing. I am not running a popularity contest. I have never told anybody to click the subscribe button below or click the like button on my video. Ever. 2,600 videos, I have never told anybody, please subscribe to me. Never. Do you understand that? Never. I'm not angry. I just don't like BS, lies, nonsense, twaddle, fluff, and nonsense. Don't like it. Okay? Now let's read another quote from people. From the person, there's several people on this link on the diaper review board. Finally, the thing about the micro contrast is comparing between the 105 f2 DC Nikkor and the f1.4. This one's really funny. It's incredibly perverse and strange, quote, has better 3D look. The person actually says that the 104 has a better 3D look. It does, really? I did a black and white conversion here, and all I did was just do a straight out of camera on the pic and did a straight to high resolution conversion. Everybody that saw this agrees with me. You think this has a better 3D look than that? I suggest you need to get your eyes checked. Either that or replaced, or at least get some eyeballs. I may be wrong, but if I remember correctly, 3D is something that schmuck keeps, he didn't call me schmuck, that keeps harping about on his favorite old, now this is not an old lens, this lens is still in production, now, however I've heard that they've started to discontinue it, so that's not an old lens, that is both of these are production lenses, so in this case it's not an old lens, see, it says the 3D look on the new lens the 1.4 has it in spades. No, it doesn't. It's right here. I made a video about this like 2 days ago, and everybody agrees with me. You're like, you're right, I can see it. It's really, really obvious. Now, people that own this lens, they're going to delude themselves to hell and back, which is to be expected. Someone that stupidly bought this lens, which is understandable, It's kind of like defending your ugly child. It's like, my child isn't ugly, he's gorgeous. You're like, yeah, sure he is, girlfriend. Your child is beautiful. Woof. Whatever somebody has bought, they're going to defend it and delude themselves. Now, by the way, none of these people provide any damn proof for anything that they state. I provide proof out the butt. I don't care if you like these pictures or just simple test pictures. I never said that they're inciting or, amazing. By the way, you can see the milk on this. So the low saturation, it's just horrible. Bad micro contrast, poor color saturation. This is a Chinese-made lens, $2,200. It should be an $800 lens. It should be an $800 lens, but it's not. It's $2,200. I can get this kind of look out of a Petzval lens for an eighth of the price, or an old Helios lens, or a Zenitar lens, an old Russian lens. It's even made better than this. And Russian lenses in general are pretty crappy. Some of the older ones are actually really good, like the Helios and some other ones. I expected this sort of review before the scandal broke. It's classic Ken Wheeler. Everything he says is what one could have easily anticipated this. Now this is a good one. He foolishly went on the record before this lens was available. No. What this idiot said is an absolute stinking lie. What I actually did is that before this lens was available, there were a lot of photographers that were given this lens by Nikon that were posting a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures were out there. I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, this sucks. This sucks. I went on the record before the lens was available to the public based upon test shots and raw files that were available for download. Do I have to have access to the kitchen if I know that the product tastes like filth? It's like, how's that restaurant? I don't know, I've never been there. Well, how do you know the restaurant's no good? Well, someone's been to that restaurant, they got some food from there, they brought it to me, and I tasted it, and it was horrible. I don't have to visit a restaurant to know whether the restaurant sucks or not. If I see a bunch of food from the restaurant that sucks, then the restaurant must suck. I don't have to own the lens, okay, to make a conclusion based upon the lens if there are sufficient test samples available from hardcore professional shooters nonetheless, okay? I can make, Before the lens was available, I did make a conclusion about the lens. But that's because I had test shots to look at. So that makes this person an idiot. A flat-out idiot. Yes, I did make a conclusion about it before I had it in my hands. But that's because I made a conclusion about it because I had a lot of test shots from different people. And they all said one thing: this lens sucks. Okay? Is that illogical of me? No, it is 100% logical. Oh, he's decrying its flatness, and now he's trying to save face by contrived illustrations. Are these contrived illustrations? These are straight out of camera pictures, so that's another stinking rancid lie by another stinking rancid internet cockroach. Okay? If you make within two sentences, if you lie over and over and over again, you are, to me anyway, a cockroach. Okay? Miss Ruby said, I own this lens and it has excellent micro contrast. Ah! Really? That's an interesting claim. Do you have any proof? As compared to what? As compared to what? Like a broken Russian lens? I'm sure it does have decent micro contrast compared to a broken Russian lens. Actually, the Russian lens had better micro contrast because it have a low element count. I have the proof right here that the micro contrast on this lens sucks. Where's your proof? No proof at all. None. No proof at all. None. Zip, zilch, zero, nada. Oh, these people are having hissy fit. Oh my God, that angry photographer, we all hate him. He sucks. I mean, where are your facts? Where are your logic? Where is your proof? You have none of it. Zip, zilch, zero, nada. Nothing. Talk. Blah, 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 blah. I hate him. He's fat, bald, and tattooed. Oh, I agree. He's just trying to drive traffic to his side. Yeah, man, I agree with you. Oh, yes, I love to agree with each other. Idiots. Herd mentality. Moo. Bah. You get enough people together, I mean, you'll end up forming another Third Reich. You're just a bunch of stupid people like, I agree. Yes. You know? Oh, man. Herd mentality. Moo. Moo! Moo! Moo. Let's talk about something else that's really important, okay? Something that I didn't do that someone else did. And I had hundreds of witnesses. Hundreds of witnesses. Before this lens was released to the public, I caught fact of an ambassador that switcherooed the images from this lens, and they were heavily photoshopped. Heavily. Contrast saturation was radically increased. I held an emergency meeting, if you can call it an emergency, like, look what this, look, okay, this person's an excellent, you did swap-a-roo, that is bad, that is unethical. That is unethical. I might remind these cockroaches, these people on this stupid board forum, that I don't sell lenses, okay? Whatever you buy, I don't make a dime off of it. You buy a cheap one, you buy an expensive one, so damn what. Okay? I might remind these cockroaches on this board forum that they are praising the same lens that other people are talking highly of, that are hot linking the lens for purchase so they can line their pockets with. And I might also remind them that an Nikon ambassador, whether it was innocent or not, I have no idea, I won't speculate about that, heavily photoshopped these images, okay, and then did a swap-a-roo. And then everybody made comments, and then he deleted all the comments, and then he reposted the same heavily edited images again. Then people commented, and he deleted that, and he finally said, I'm thinking this is what he said. I can't imagine any other thought process in his brain that he thought, the heck with it, I'm going to post up both images, the original that I posted and the heavily edited one. And he just said, I heavily photoshopped this image, which is fine, but don't pull a switcheroo. I posted straight out of camera shots proving that this lens A has bad micro contrast. Irrefutable, hardcore fact. It does. It is flat. It, in fact, undeniably and irrefutably has swirly bokeh. Fact. Irrefutable, undeniable. Absolutely 100% undeniable, it has swirly bokeh. Part number 2, it does have cat's eye bokeh. When you look at the pictures from this lens, it looks like you are sticking your head in a washing machine at f1.4. Okay? If you like that, that is perfectly valid because photography is an art form. You see everything swirls around this cat. Not only is there cat's eye bokeh, interestingly enough, we got a cat and we have cat's eye bokeh. And then we have everything swirling around this kitty cat at f1.4. I expect that out of a $200 Russian lens, not a $2,200 modern Nikkor lens. This lens is an $800 lens. At even $800, I wouldn't even dream of buying it. Anybody that thinks that I didn't buy it because I can't afford it, tell that to me again, says the guy that's got over 160 some, I think it's over 170 Nikkor lenses. Tell that to me again about how I can't afford it. Please tell me that one. Yeah. So everything that they said on this board was a stinking rancid lie. They made baseless claims. They said nonsense, twaddle, and illogical, unsubstantiated baloney. I never ask anybody to subscribe. I don't stir up controversy. And I don't sell any lenses. And I sure as hell don't hot link any lenses. Okay? I am not selling this lens or any other lens. You make up your own mind. I provided the facts, my conclusions, I provided the evidence. These people provided none of that. None of it. Zero. So who is more right? I would rather be right than liked. That's a famous quote from somebody that I can't remember. I would rather be right than liked. In a sick, perverted, and twisted age, one of the greatest hardcore, disgusting things that people will hate is for someone else to be truthful and honest. Okay? Now, how they present that, some people are like, I just don't like you. I know you're right, but your personality sucks. I just think you're a meanie. Good. You know what? I tell people like that, I say, good. You should go down the street to the other guy. He's really, really nice all the time, but he has an agenda and an angle. He wants to work on you, and he wants your money, and he wants something from you. But he will be very, very, very sweet and kind and super nice. You know, there's two types of kindness. There's fake kindness, and then there's real kindness. Kind of like tough love. You ever heard of tough love? I said what this lens is. I don't make a penny regardless of whatever you buy. Either buy it or don't buy it. It doesn't matter to me. I presented the facts. I presented the pictures. I presented the evidence. And these people presented nothing. They presented their flapping lips. I agree with you. I hate him. He sucks. I got this lens and I think it's wonderful. Yeah! Good for them. Stick that in your damn pipe and smoke it. People like this actually don't make me angry. They make me laugh. They actually lighten up my day. I look at this stuff and I go, it doesn't actually make me angry, in honesty.